Welcome to Solutions Rising. I'm Rachel Branch. In the 70s, when I was working at the Metro Denver Urban Coalition, Senator George L. Brown was the executive director, and James A. Garcia was the deputy director. As a result, I met many farm workers and worked with them. During that time, I even went with some of the farm workers to places north of Denver to register voters. It was an amazing experience. Registering voters is so monumentally important and a basic necessity for trying to have a country reach its fruition with a democratic and representative government. At the time, I remember the lettuce boycott and, of course, supported it. Not being a farmer, I was so concerned about perhaps buying the wrong kind of lettuce that I changed to spinach and created a spinach, fruit, and vegetable salad as one way to support the boycott. Just recently, I received a letter signed by Teresa Romero, president of the United Farm Workers, and I am going to share her letter with you on this program. Enclosed with the letter was a red card that I am also going to read, and you will see that card on the screen as I speak. This is about, quote, saving farm worker families in California and other agricultural states from being ripped from their families from unlawful actions. I, for one, am really more than appalled at the Trump administration and its unlawful pursuit of farm workers and others. Mostly those people, human beings, women and children, and vulnerable people coming to the United States to find refuge from horrific, terrifying circumstances. As far as I can see, no one leaves their home or would have to unless the threat is unbearable. I believe we must stand up and speak out at every opportunity to stop this unlawful action going on against farm workers and others throughout the country. And I'm quoting, "Dear friend of farm workers, the small red card I've enclosed is saving farm worker families in California and other agricultural states from being ripped from their families. It's part of the urgent work of the United Farm Workers, UFW, to help workers who harvest our nation's food resist the most aggressively anti-immigrant administration in memory. I'm writing to ask you to reassure frightened workers and their families by standing with them against unlawful actions. For example, in early January, even before Trump took office, a reported 60 Border Patrol agents drove over 300 miles from their headquarters near the U.S.-Mexico border. They descended on Kern County, California, to stake out a Home Depot, gas stations, and other sites, racially profiling hardworking men and women trying to support their families. Nearly 200 people were detained, including UFW members, on their way home from their job sites. Two UFW members were quickly deported to Mexico. Both had lived and worked in the U.S. for over 10 years, and neither had a criminal background. One leaves behind a spouse and 3 children, 10 years old and younger. The other, a spouse and 4 young children. This is the heartbreaking reality that is terrorizing immigrant communities. Now that the Trump administration is fully entrenched, this nightmare is being played out on a daily basis, and we must fight back to protect the rights of workers and their families. Will you help today by making a generous donation to stand with immigrant workers? As a first step, we're distributing tens of thousands of small red cards the small red card I have enclosed. It gives workers the information they need when Border Patrol or Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, ICE, comes knocking at their door. The card instructs: do not open the door, do not answer any questions, do not sign anything, unquote. And I'm going to read this card. I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or hand you any documents based on my Fifth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution. I do not give you permission to enter my home based on my Fourth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution, unless you have a warrant to enter, signed by a judge or magistrate with my name on it, that you slide under the door. I do not give you permission to search any of my belongings based on my Fourth Amendment rights. I choose to exercise my constitutional rights. These cards are available to citizens and non-citizens alike. You have constitutional rights. Do not open the door if an immigration agent is knocking on the door. Do not answer any questions from an immigration agent if they try to talk to you. You have the right to remain silent. Do not sign anything without first speaking to a lawyer. You have the right to speak with a lawyer. If you are outside of your home, ask the agent if you are free to leave, and if they say yes, leave calmly. Give this card to the agent. If you are inside your home, show the card through the window or slide it under the door, unquote. Again, do not open the door. Do not answer any questions. Do not sign anything. Quote, please keep your card handy and share it with an immigrant who is fearful of being detained and unlawfully expelled from our country. It will tell you how to stand up to ICE. In this dark time, it's important to remember that America's farm workers still have rights, no matter what their immigration status. So we're helping several of the workers detained and expelled in January sue in U.S. District Court, asking the court to instruct the Border Patrol and its parent organization, Homeland Security, to cease violating the rights of immigrants and citizens. The UFW is determined to help stand up to the bullies who somehow think expelling millions of Americans, America's hardest working people, will make this a better country. It's crazy. Most farm workers subsist in poverty, living paycheck to paycheck. When they're forced to hide from border control agents and not go to work for fear of being deported, the impact on them and their families is tragic. As one farm worker told the New York Times, the, quote, fields were almost empty, unquote, during the week of the immigration sweeps. She adds, quote, I am nervous. I am afraid. We don't know what Trump has in store for us, unquote. Every agribusiness is, for once, concerned about the rights of workers. They fear their workforce will be expelled. This dark time may even present an opportunity to finally get this country to fix a broken immigration system and address the fact that millions of undocumented men and women, including farm workers, are vital to our food supply and our economy. As the civil and workers' rights organization founded by Cesar Chavez, and as the organizing voice of tens of thousands of farm workers, The UFW has played a leadership role in the fight for reform of immigration and farm labor laws. Your support will help fight for farm workers and other immigrants and refugees. Make sure you always remember the rights you have. The most immediate concern is to protect workers from being illegally swept up and expelled by ICE. That's why we're distributing the red cards to workers. And that's why I hope you'll keep yours handy to give a family at risk of being expelled. I also hope you stand up with immigrants and farm workers today by supporting our work. All the workers want is to support their families. They plant, care for, and harvest a large part of the fruits and vegetables we all put on our tables every day. By making a generous gift today of $25, $36, $50, $100, or even $500 or more today, you'll help protect their rights. You'll help them fight against lawless detainment and deportation in the courts. You will also help the UFW organize for workers and negotiate fair union contracts with their employers so they can work under safe and humane and more humane conditions. And you'll reassure the hard-working men and women who grow our food that they are not alone and they are not forgotten. Thank you. P.S. I know you value the work of immigrants. Your gift today will help workers fight for their rights and help ensure that hard-working, law-abiding people are not expelled. Thank you. Sincerely, Teresa Romero, President of the UFW, United Farm Workers. And if each one of us picked up one problem and solved it, imagine the incredible view we would all have of solutions rising. Please be part of the solution. And you can go to ufw.org, which will be on the screen at the end of this program. Thank you.